Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. Out here at the Avon Park Air Modelers Club, we're going to take up the Timber Turbo Evolution. Not to do a review because I've done multiple reviews and flights on this plane, films on this plane, but mainly just to showcase its stability in lower level flying and trying to keep the plane as low as possible and safe as possible. Because remember, altitude is your friend. Altitude means safety. It gives you time to think, but sometimes based upon how you want to fly or what you want to do, you may want to do a little low altitude flying. So that's what we're going to be doing, is trying to keep her low and as tight as possible. And so let's do that. Wind, of course, is cross breeze, so definitely not going to be down the runway, because I don't get that. No, I'm not bitter. No, not at all. Okay, right, left, up, down, right, left. All right, this is, of all the planes I have, not trying to brag, but I do have quite a few. Let's see if it, hey look, braking. But I do have quite a few planes. But of all of them, this is probably the one that I'm the most comfortable with. And of course today we have nothing but a cross wind,
landing flaps up,
crosswind, and fairly strong, about 15 miles an hour. So I'm paying very close attention. What I'm trying to do is, in my mind, put the ground higher. In other words, by keeping an imaginary shelf below me. And I'm trying to maintain it right on top of that shelf. And not going below that shelf, but not getting off the shelf either. Just trying to stay on that shelf, so to speak. So in my mind, I got about a 20-foot table, and I'm kind of just trying to slide around on the top of that table. So that's what I'm doing. I'm keeping an imaginary table, and I'm trying not to get below or off of that table. And I've still got about 20 feet, coverage, so that way if I do get in trouble, I can pull up real quick. That's about all I'm going to be able to do. I would not dare try inverted flight right now, definitely. I mean, some people would, but I would. Now, if you're coming for a landing, that, of course, is a different story. But, all right. All right, it's nice slow.
4 minutes.
Get back to my table here. There. All right, now I'm on my table. Trying to stay on that table. All right, we're gonna lower the table just a little bit. Oh, see, the wind's lifting her up. Oh, well, it's not as easy as it looks. It definitely is not as easy to keep that, try to maintain a certain altitude. When you're inside of an aircraft, you've got, I guess what's called an altimeter? I don't know. But it's the thing that tells you your altitude. So you're able to look at that and have an exact reading of knowing where your altitude is, fairly exact. But for an RC pilot, the physics are all the same, other than the fact that your perspective is from the outside of the plane. And on a side note, pilots flying versus real pilots flying real planes, okay, versus an RC pilot flying an RC plane. Obviously, I'm not a regular pilot. I'd love to be, but I'm not a regular pilot. I wouldn't even dare begin to get into regular aircraft and say, well, I'm a RC pilot and the physics are the same, so I should be able to fly it no problem. Well, and remember, folks, I'm just practicing this right now, so that's maybe kind of boring, but I'm just trying to practice, develop the muscle memory for staying low. But back to my story, is I wouldn't dare say, well, because I know how a plane works, that I can fly a regular full-scale plane. Well, obviously, I wouldn't do that, because that would be very stupid. And I had to go up, sorry. And I more than likely, if I did, I'd crash, we'd all die, and just a really bad day. But whoa, help me. But on the flip side of that, oftentimes our regular full scale pilots will come and say, oh, I can fly an RC plane. I mean, I'm a full-blown pilot. You know, I fly full scale, so I don't need any lessons. And those people are usually crash their planes quicker than anybody else, because like I said earlier, it's all about the perspective. They are used to being in the plane, and when they pull up, they feel the plane pull up. When they bank right, they feel the plane bank right. That spatial awareness is from the inside the cockpit, not from the outside of the plane, and that completely messes them up. But that doesn't say that a lot of our full-scale pilots don't become great RC pilots. There's some members of this club here that are full regular pilots, and they're awesome RC pilots. But you give me a kid as good at video games, which basically all kids are, learning to fly an RC plane is easy peasy for them. So, well, anyways, like I say, today the purpose of this was just to show you my mindset, or tell you my mindset when I'm trying to fly low. I have that imaginary table that I try to stay on top of.
30 seconds.
Yeah. All right, buddy, was that fun? Did you enjoy yourself? Yeah. Are you a happy plane? You're a happy plane. No? Okay, yeah, you are. All right, well, folks, there you go. That was the, let's see, I flew for 5.5 minutes. Let's see what the fancy technology tells me. Oh, I still got I got 3/4 of tank of fuel.
Motor on.
So you know what that means? I got to at least go up one more time.
Safe mode.
No, not safe.
AS3X.
AS3X mode. All right, let's just do one more time. Try to make a better landing. Try to improve upon that landing. Well, somewhat better. All right. Well, that's the very, very capable, very, very fun and wonderful Turbo Timber Evolution from E-Flite. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and them planes. Bye, y'all.